From the Detroit Free Press, it's Monday, April 6th. Here are today's top stories. Brought to you by JB's Smokehouse, located inside Bush's Fresh Food Market of Canton. JB's offers a range of authentic barbecue favorites, and with more than 30 Michigan craft beers on tap, trivia, and live music every Friday night, JB's is sure to become your new favorite barbecue spot.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kerry Jr. Michigan now has over 1,500 COVID-19 cases, and that's the third highest case count in the nation. The state has now reported over 600 deaths, and among those deaths include 2 Fiat Chrysler workers based at the Sterling Heights assembly plant. 1 man and 1 woman died over the weekend to the disease, and the source of their infections is unclear. The virus has claimed the life of 1 Ford Motor Company worker based at the Chicago assembly plant. No other details have been released. The total number of FCA workers that have died of the coronavirus is 11. Ford has reported 6 deaths, and GM has no reported deaths. The Michigan National Guard is assisting with food distribution in the metro area this month. The Guard will serve at the Forgotten Harvest in Royal Oak starting Monday and will continue to the end of April. Approximately 10 airmen will be stationed at the location. The Guards have already been assisting in Ann Arbor, Comstock Park, Flint, and Pontiac since March 30th. State officials are divided over the terms of Michigan's state of emergency. Last week, Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed a disaster declaration requesting a 70-day extension to Michigan's emergency order. Speaker of the House Lee Chatfield wrote in a letter to House Minority Leader Christine Gregg that the state of emergency should go until May 1st. Gregg initially wrote in a letter to Chatfield that convening during this time puts legislators at a risk for contracting the virus. Officials are scheduled to vote Tuesday, April 7th on the governor's proposed extension. That's the latest. For more information about COVID-19 in Michigan, visit www.freep.com.
Reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Miriam Marini. A Detroit dance instructor was racially harassed when her Zoom lesson was crashed by 2 male users. Jory Jung, who is the founder of Art Lab J Dance Studio, started her morning stretching class on Zoom Monday like she has been doing for the last 2 weeks since the studio closed because of the coronavirus outbreak. In the video recording of the lesson provided to the Free Press, the 2 male users could be heard taunting Jung. One asked Jung, who is from Korea, why she gave him the coronavirus. Jung said, "So many people are losing their jobs. Our kids can't go to school. Why do we need to hurt each other?" This was Jung's first instance of racial-based prejudice since moving to the United States 10 years ago, she said. She said the incident was especially embarrassing because her students were watching, but she tried to smile through it. The dance studio turned to the video conferencing app Zoom for its free virtual classes because it allows instructors to give feedback in real time. Art Lab J is now requiring students to register beforehand and protecting Zoom sessions with passwords. Jung said she had to have a discussion with her 4-year-old son after the incident because he noticed she was going through a hard time. She told her son, "You should know that our skin is different, but we are all the same." Visit thefreep.com for more of Jung's story. You can see Art Lab J's full virtual class schedule on its website.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Meredith Spelbring. Most people probably know the best way to help prevent getting sick with coronavirus at this point. Stay home, stay 6 feet away from everyone else, and wash your hands. But what's the best way to keep your phone from carrying the virus the same way your hands could? The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says the best thing to do is just leave your phone at home if you have to go out. If that's not an option, make sure to disinfect your phone similarly to how you would any other object. Most phones can be wiped down with a Clorox wipe. For some phones, a soft cloth and household soap will do the trick. However you clean your phone, just don't use bleach and make sure to still wash your hands after the fact. For more information on how to keep yourself and your phone clean, head to freep.com.
This is Free Press Sports Editor Chris Thomas. Will college football be played this season? That's the question coaches in Michigan are beginning to grapple with as the novel coronavirus bears down on the nation. The Free Press attempted to survey all 21 NCAA football programs in the state, ranging from the FBS all the way down to Division III, about whether the season will be played and also whether it should be played. 19 programs responded. Here's what we found. 6 respondents believed the season would take place. 5 said it should be held, with one person saying it should be only held based on the status of the pandemic at that time. The other institutions either refused to speculate, declined to comment, or couldn't be reached. So what's all of it mean? Well, for starters, the idea that college football would cease for one season is as novel as this coronavirus. and it has some programs fearing the unthinkable while hoping for the best. As Eastern Michigan Athletic Director Scott Weatherby put it, not playing football, he said, would be devastating. Read the full story on freep.com/sports.
Do you like what you're hearing in our news briefing? Let us know, whether it's a question, comment, or something you just want to hear. You can share your opinion by emailing us at voice@freep.com. That's voice@freep.com. See you tomorrow.